Hello, pandas of the internet. My name is Pandachan. I'm a full-time artist-ish, a part-time cosplayer, and for the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to make my D&D party as little ragdolls. It's been going quite well, and I really thought that I'd be finished by now, but it appears to be a longer project than expected, so this week it's another shorter story time. I do still hope you enjoy. In this week's horror story, well, technically, this isn't a horror story. This time, we're reading a MID asshole post about D&D and lore. So, if you're ready, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. This RPG horror story was posted by fleshy_property 1222, AITA for arguing about lore. So this happened about a week ago. I'm definitely sure that I acted somewhat wrongly. I just want to know if I can be at all justified. So I saw an ad for and joined a campaign based on Fate's Stay Night, an anime where the rough premise is mages summoning the spirits of dead heroes to compete in a death game for the Holy Grail. I am a massive Fate fan, been for years, and have read, seen, played basically all the stories in the franchise and the greater Nezuverse. I'm a lore junkie who hyperfixated on this extremely odd franchise for years, so I jumped at the chance since a scheduling conflict had killed my last game. I talked to the GM, learned the system was heavily homebrewed D&D, I learned the basic plot, a new Grail War has appeared, and was approved to join. From there, I met the rest of the party. Most of them had seen some of Fate's Stay Night and maybe Fate Zero, but none of the greater type Moonverse. It was fine since they were all nice people with interesting character concepts, and we began session 1. This is where the incident happened, about 3/4 into the session. One of the players said, "I'll teleport here." I forgot how. Misty Step? And I started talking. Basically, in Fate, teleportation is a big deal. It's practically true magic and requires either a commandment seal, literally a crystallized miracle you only get 3 of, or a large amount of prep time by an extremely talented mage, also while only in their own territory. You can't just do that. So I explained that and said that it shouldn't be possible. He argued that the system allowed it and discontinued. I'm not a rules lawyer, but the convoluted, deep magic system of Fate is why I like it so much, and I didn't want to see it misinterpreted like this. I said as much. He got a bit heated on me, and I responded in kind. No real insults or cursing, but there was an argument. This continued for like 3 to 5 minutes, derailing the session, and since we only have about 15 minutes left, the DM decided to end the session there. As of now, the next session is planned on Sunday, and I have not heard from either of them. Well, AITA. So most of the comments are classifying this OP as the one in the wrong in this case, and I have to agree with them. To be fair, if you are very passionate about some franchise and are a big fan of it, I get that you would want to protect it and argue on its behalf. And honestly, I probably would do the same if I was hyperfixating on a franchise like this. I would probably not argue about the ruling with the DM if the other party members were not as knowledgeable about the franchise. I would not derail their fun by, telling the party member that they could not use a spell. Being passionate about a franchise is all well and good and fun until you are imposing that and limiting the fun of your other party members. And since you derailed, by your own admission, the session, I do think that you're the one in the wrong in this situation. I do feel like it could be resolved if you just contact the player and the DM and talk about it before the session. I think that you should be the one to do the first step and apologize for your behavior because, well, it wasn't the best time for it. I would personally maybe save that for questions, comments, and concerns at the end of the session because I hope that is something that people do at the end of sessions. But with that, we have come to the end of AITA. So, what do you guys think? Was the OP in the right or in the wrong? What would you have done in this situation? I would probably also go on a hyper-fixated tangent about the lore that I know, but I don't think I would do it in the moment of this session. Leave me a like, subscribe, and in the comments, besides casting your judgment, let me know what franchise you would like to have as a theme for your next campaign. The link to the original story is in the description. You can find my social media links down there as well. And with all of that being said, I will see you next time.